Hi guys, hello Mary meets everybody, it's MicheleMarieDalene, and I just moved the camera a little bit over so that you can see me and less of the window. And of course there's a cat. I want to first of all say thank you to everybody who has subscribed to the channel. We are 300 people closer, approximately 300 people closer to getting the YPP in mobile live streaming. And I want to talk a little bit about last night about what I mentioned about mobile data, because this is going to be really interesting. T-Mobile distinguishes between using a hotspot and using a cell phone. I'm on a cell phone plan that has unlimited talk, text, and web. Okay, and the funny thing is with that is I can talk, text, and web to my heart's content. I have often used as much of my phone as much as 60, 70 gigabytes of data in some months, which isn't uncommon. But unfortunately, like I said, for mobile live streaming, YouTube turned that feature off, and that totally fucked everybody up. Some of the early live streams, you will notice I was doing them here from the porch. So I would do them at night. Well, we have another problem, a burnt out light bulb. So I have to bring my own light sources out here, which is no big deal. But right now we got to get the mobile live streaming back so that we can do that. The other thing, of course, is that we have been seeing a tremendous amount of growth, a lot of new people, and that's the main thing I wanted to say thank you to everybody who's joined up and has been communicating with me, and I thank you very much. It was one of the subscribers pointed out yesterday he missed the live stream because even though he has the bell clicked, he didn't receive notifications from YouTube. This is an old problem. YouTube has never really ameliorated it. They have never really been able to. So if you did click the bell and you missed your... Rusty, come on. You can't be on camera with cats and kids. That's what somebody said. Some famous producer in Hollywood. So if you did click the bell and you didn't get a notification, it's nothing I have done or anything. It's just YouTube playing its games. They've done that to many channels, not just mine. A couple of years ago, we were also missing comments. Comments would disappear for weeks and not show up until weeks later, and that used to drive people nuts. I will do my best to help ameliorate that problem. Now, another reason I was going to move myself over a bit, besides you didn't get the window in the way, was because I was thinking about putting a green cloth behind me so we could see if we could do some green screen on here. But I wanted to keep it simple right now. Just say thank you, first of all, to everybody who subscribed. We're doing much better now. We have cleaned out the Discord. We have gotten rid of a lot of the junk from the bad people who have tried to do all kinds of damage to my reputation. There are still some spoof channels out there that are trying to still cause damage to me. If you see any content with me featured that's in a bad light, please strike it or whatever, or if the person is a friend of yours, just tell them to take it down, because we're trying to restart over and start a new cycle, a new decade of hopefully better content. I did say I was going to do a video showing you how I edit videos and how I run the control board and stuff. That's going to be another video. It's going to be a lot longer than a vlog. Trust me, it's going to take more time to get camera shots and then edit it on Final Cut Pro. Get that in, get that ready for you. Which is kind of interesting because I'm familiar with Final Cut Express version 4.0 and Final Cut Pro. I did download it. And it's okay. It's got a few features I do like. It's got noise canceling, which is kind of cool to have, because that's one thing that'd be nice if I had the air conditioner on in here. I don't have the air conditioner on today, so it would not be a major issue for these videos. We have made a lot of positive changes to the channel, so we're working on it. And last but not the least, what was I going to think of? Oh, yeah. The live streams, because we are running out of data, will be kind of less of them for the next few weeks. But we'll get back to them as soon as we can, guys. I promise you that. We will get more to them. We'll keep the Saturday one because that is the official live stream. That's never going to change. When we can get the mobile internet streaming directly with YouTube up and running, I know that software is only just a smidge better because my eyesight, at least I would be able to record the comments, and hopefully you don't mind me doing this occasionally and looking at the comments like that. That's about the only way you're going to be able to do it right there, is to do it like that. Just read, give, as we call it, give it the eyeball. So, that's the best I could do with that. Now, the next thing I wanted to cover is a little bit backstory how I got started with this channel, because I haven't really talked much about the real backstory, how it happened, or how we started. Originally, I was running a PERT 15 AM radio station and in the local area. And I wanted to reach out to more people, and I wanted to try to get a FCC license to operate a 250 watt to 1,000 watt AM radio station here in Winstead, so I could cover more ground, because the AM band tended to cover a lot of news and stuff, which is great, but I really wanted to cover music. Trust me, the licensing for music for radio stations is a pain in the ass. If you ever try to get into it, it'll drive you crazy. In fact, the same is true. The same company that does most licensing for radio stations does licensing for movies and things like that. So you're just going to be aware of the rules called sound exchange. Now, of course, it was a $4,000 filing fee just to get a license, not including the site survey, not including the buying the transmitter, not including by setting up the studio and the wiring and the microphones. That is extra. So really, to start a radio station is almost as much as starting a restaurant in some cases, because you're actually got to deal with all kinds of permits and fees and all this stuff that's in the way. So, Christopher Dodd, former Senator Christopher Dodd, Connecticut, suggested that I go ahead and so did Richard Blumenthal. They said, well, why don't you just do YouTube? Because at least YouTube will be easier. There won't be no licensing and less paperwork. And so I said, okay. I know it was a video format. It was a video stream. So I said, why not? So I got into YouTube. I signed into YouTube. My first account I signed up, which is the main account I'm on now. Right now is July of 2010. I didn't actually do anything with it until May of 2011. So May of 2011? I think it was March. I'll have to go back and look at the history. The very first video I did was a compilation video, or actually was a video called Welcome to My World. It was supposed to be a series with the music from Tarja Turunen, My Winter Storm, but because Tarja Turunen didn't really want her song in my videos, I ended up taking it down to avoid any kind of potential copyright strike from Sony UMG. So I took that down, and I later put back up. I said I want to put this up. This is my song. But when I lost the original file, so I ended up just putting up the compilation from my DVD I was going to market called Welcome to My World DVD, which I didn't market. So, but if you look at those early videos from the Welcome to My World video, you'll see that some of the videos were pretty basic. They didn't have much. A lot of them were handheld with my phone. We were using an iPhone 3GS at the time, going around the house, holding the phone like this and trying to do a video, and I couldn't see where if I was in the center of the frame, and I'm like, because it only has a rear-facing camera. So I ended up doing that, and that's how I got started. And then later on, about 2015, so which means I've had the iPhone 3GS for over 4 years. So it was already a second-hand phone when I bought it, refurbished from AT&T. Then I went and I got it unlocked from a third-party unlocker service. Was that the phone? Yeah, you did that one through Apple. Wait, it was another phone. All right, so I got that phone unlocked from the manufacturer unlock code and everything from Apple, and then I brought it to T-Mobile, which I've had T-Mobile originally in the past. Back then, T-Mobile was nothing like it is today. T-Mobile was a small little carrier, formerly known as VoiceStream. It wasn't very good, had very little coverage in Winston. By the time I got my iPhone 3GS unlocked, and I put in a blank T-Mobile SIM card that wasn't being used, I saw the service was active, and I had good bars, so I decided to go ahead and activate service with T-Mobile, and I never looked back. Going back to AT&T or, heaven forbid, Verizon or Sprint, I just used T-Mobile for everything. And I was there at the time of John Legier's Uncarrier, the first one, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one, so on and so forth. And that's been what I've been using as my carrier. And then in 2020, in January, I canceled my home phone, knowing that I was going to be sick for a while. I was going to be incapacitated. I would be paying back rent up the wazoo for months if I do manage to come back here, which I did. So what I did then was me and my landlord went through an agreement to pay him $200 a month from March until September. And then, which is a good thing, I disconnected my cell phone or my home phone because I wasn't going to be able to afford that. So I canceled it on good terms. I still owed some money. I paid them off. So now they're free and clear. There's no money owed anymore for Frontier. Frontier is the phone provider here in Connecticut. So I've been streaming on T-Mobile ever since. And for the most part, it works okay. The only thing is my hotspot is on an older data plan that only gives me 6 gigabytes of data on services that are not whitelisted. So which means if on YouTube, I can watch videos all I want. Okay, day after day after day after day, or do videos all I want day after day after day after day. The only thing is that what goes against my data bucket is that the video comes with the chats, obviously, and going to my studio does go against my data bucket. Okay, so when I took my my MiFi with me to Patty's house, I actually hadn't used it in so long, so there was a lot of data still sitting on it. They give you a maximum of 20 gigabytes. Plus, I had 6 gigabytes for that month, so I started streaming. She started wanting to watch movies, and we were going on to Zillow and look for houses and things like that. So it was T-Mobile made it possible for me to do both. The only thing was she didn't want me to stream at her house, so screw that. And besides that, I couldn't mobile stream anyway because of the fact is that YouTube had upped the ante, as I knew, from 250 subscribers to 1,000 subs, so that we couldn't stream with their app. I could have streamed with another app. I could have streamed with Restream. I could have streamed with, but I wanted to use the original app because it's one stop. I don't have to do about 15 million steps to stream. But that's where you guys are important because you guys are the men and women who make it possible for me to get back onto ability to mobile live stream. Also, of course, the community tab. I want the community tab. Discord's fine, but at the time, Discord was a cesspit. I was even thinking about changing the channel to the cesspit on the Discord. But then again, I don't think most people would understand what the hell that means, and so I decided not to change it. So it still says the official North American Snow Queen Discord, which it is. So, then a couple, earlier this week, several people who had signed my comment on Cyrex decided to reach out to me. And one of them was Bloated Bloated Keek, and his friends contacted me and saw what was going on, and they wanted to help me to save my channel from mediocrity. and becoming a joke of a channel on YouTube, which I much thank you guys. I really do. We have really made a change for the better. I'm feeling emotionally better. I'm feeling more confident now because I feel like I'm among friends, not feeling like I'm constantly under attack, which is, for a person who's starting to develop anxiety, that's a big deal. Okay. I didn't originally have anxiety issues. I didn't start getting anxiety issues of any significance until I started getting on YouTube. And then that's when things emotionally started to go downhill. So having people to help me to keep calm, keep cool, and keep collected is a big step in the right direction. So I have plans to really revitalize this channel in a positive way. Now, also, I want to cover some other things too, but I'm going to cover those in a separate separate vlog. So let me go ahead and end this welcome, thank you vlog, and then we'll start with the next one, which is going to be more in the current events of what's going on right now. Stand by, guys.